Okay, good afternoon, everyone. By the time other students come, we'll start off today's chapter. Okay. If you remember, in the last class, we have discussed about the different types of operating systems. We also discussed in details that how the computer system work, what are the different interior part of central processing unit. After that, we discussed about different types of programming languages. Different types of software, system software, application softwares. Okay, and then we discuss in details the different types of operating system, what are the functionalities of the operating system. Along with that, we also discuss about the necessity of the operating system. Without operating system, what all problem can arise. We also discuss about the crucial role of the operating system in individual part, in terms of input, in terms of storage, in terms of process, in terms of controlling. All these topics were discussed in the previous class. Now, with the help of this operating system, there are two types of interface can be designed. So today we are discussing about what is interface, what are the different types of interface, okay, and in details what are the elements of the interface. Okay, so with that, let me show you your study materials for the today. So this is the study material which I've already shared in the previous class. Above this, you will see different types of the operating system that we have already discussed in details. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about the user interface. Okay, so if the question comes, what is interface? Okay, interface is the medium by which the user can interact. Right now, we all are interacting with the help of the computer or with the help of certain device. It can be a mobile also. So you can consider this to be the interface. Okay. Now interface is a kind of the medium by which the user, that is us, we can interact with the hardware and we can make our computer do certain works. So basically this user interface basically includes certain components, certain elements in the user interface. Okay, number one element is the graphics. Okay, if there is no graphics, then obviously your screen will be entirely blunt, there will be nothing inside. Okay, so this is a kind of the interface where the graphic is one of the most important element which is present. Second is the illustration. What do you mean by illustration? Now whenever you click any file or a folders, okay, if I practically perform something, and I will show you this practically also, that whenever we try to click on any file or a folders, then the details of the files or the folders or that particular drive appears at the bottom part, which is known as detail pane of the window. Okay, so basically what happened, uh, it helps us to illustrate the contents and the details of any storage components. It can be any kind of file, it can be folder, it can be any drives. Okay, not only that, user interface is also essential component to provide us the shortcut way of using all the entire device. Okay, now suppose if you don't have any icon on the desktop or small icons in the computer, okay, you don't know what to click, you don't know where to go, you don't know what is the location and from where all these files or the folders need to be processed or played in your computer. So with the help of the icon, with the help of the folders, with the help of the files, every files and the folders have the icon, every software has an icon in the computer. So with the help of all these icons only, it becomes easier for us to operate. Okay, then navigation component. If you see in the windows, there is a back arrow, there is a right arrow. Okay, so all these things help us to move from one window to the other window. So with the help of the arrows which are present in each and every window screen, it helps us to navigate, it helps us to move from the one part of the window to the other. So navigation components are also one of the essential components which are present in the user interface. So this is basically the user interface provide us all the essential components. all the shortcuts, all the shortcut icons and everything, which help the user to use it, so that the utility of the computer becomes much more smoother, and it becomes easier to operate with all the processes or all the works that we want to do it with the computer. Okay, now initially the user interface was not so much interactive, because previously it was termed as command line interface or character user interface. That means previously what happened, your command line interface or the character user interface basically they were not graphically interactive. Whatever work, whatever file or the folder or any window that you have to open, for that you have to basically type the commands into the computer. Okay, there will be a lot more detailed instruction that I will supply by today evening about your command line interface, so that you can study from that part, and also some practical we will discuss in the next class. So basically you have to understand that a command line interface is not like the window which actually you are seeing on your mobile devices or in the computer by using the windows. Because in the command line interface, basically your screen is completely black and there are certain commands mentioned out there. Okay, with the help of those selective commands, you have to maintain your entire computer system. I repeat again, to maintain the entire computer system, you have to work with the help of commands or certain codes. Okay, and your windows was actually not graphically interacted. There was no icon, there were no shortcut, there was no possible, no working of the mouse. Okay, basically everything need to be done with the help of the keyboard. And with the keyboard, what you can type, you can only type you can only type, this is the uh, the commands and the characters. With the help of that you can type and you can operate the entire system. Now there were certain disadvantages which was occurred. Okay, what are those disadvantages? The disadvantages was, number one, the user have to remember lot many number of codes or the commands. Okay, so basically just to open a file or a folder, firstly you have to know the command which will open the file, then you have to know the name of the file also which you want to open, and then you have to remember the location of the file where it is kept. From there you have to, using so many multiple commands, you have to open a file or a folder. So imagine when you are actually doing some very complex work, that is, you are basically typing a big paragraph or a sentences in a Microsoft Office Word. So imagine the amount of the command line that you have to enter into the CMD prompt. The window where all the commands are entered are known as CMD prompt. I can show you a practical right now. Let's say.
Sir, is that the run?
Yes. So basically right now in the window, as you can see, this is the command prompt. This is actually the window which work in the back end of the computer. Okay, your Windows, the operating system which you are actually using with the help of the icons, with the help of the files and the folders, these are actually entirely maintained by this command prompt which is working from the back end. This is the hardcore skeletal structure of your entire computer system. If any computer system does not have this command prompt, then none of the system will work. Okay, as you can see that it is reflecting a black screen and a cursor is blinking. Now inside this there is no question of copy paste, there is no question. So basically mouse oriented program does not exist within that black screen. So suppose if you have to look at the date, so if you have to type date as a command and you press enter, then you can see there is a current date mentioned there. And also it is mentioning enter the new date if you want to change your date. For example, if I make it, if I want to make it instead of 21, I want to make it 22nd, then how would I type? Then I will type, let's say 22 04 let's say 2020 entered. Okay, so a required privilege is not held. That means since today is the date, the computer will not allow us to change the date. Okay, now if you want to check whatever files and folders are available in your computer, for that you have to type, let's say, dir. So inside the C drive, whatever files and the folders are present, if you type dir and press enter, so inside the C drive, inside the user, these are all the files and the folders which are present inside the C drive. So basically you see that with the help of the command, you can able to access the entire window. But the question comes, if you have to do some complex work, then you have to deal with so many commands. And basically what you have to learn is that there are 358 commands that you have to remember. Not only that, you also have to remember the directory, that is the location of any file and the folders with exact location, with exact naming structure, whether it is written in small case, whether it is written in uppercase, everything need to be remembered. So thus you can see that this was the initial operating system which was invented when the computer was established. So with this kind of system, previously the computer was working. Okay, so the people, the developer, they have understood that obviously this is not the interactive way, this is not a user friendly way by which the people can actually understand that how the things work. So that is why what happened, they have introduced the system called user friendly interface, which is also known as graphical user interface. So in the graphical user interface, what are the advantages that has occurred in the graphical user interface? You don't have to remember any commands. This is the biggest advantage which was overcome in the graphic user interface. That is, people don't have to remember 356 commands. Not only that, if the people, yes. Who is it? Please mute your voice button. Okay, now as I was discussing, that is okay, so continuing with this, as you can see that the first advantage of the graphic user interface is that people don't have to remember so many commands. Okay, second thing, people don't have to remember the names of the files and the folder, just initials can be used. Okay, with the help of certain initial and with the help of the search button, the search option which is available in each and every windows of your computer, that is in the graphical user interface, you can search so many files, folders, and whatever. If you want, you can find the hidden files and the folders also from that particular unit. So this becomes a lot more easier. Secondly, utility is much more faster. You can do the entire operation with a matter of click. Nowadays, if you actually see, the percentage of the keyboard has been lessened so much. You require keyboard only to type. Okay, and the typing also occurs during when you are feeding any data from inside. Otherwise, rest of the work can easily be done by the help of the mouse. If you want to play any video, if you want to see any files, if you want to see any content which is present inside the file, in fact, if you want to save any file or a folder, everything can be done with the help of the mouse. So your 90% of the work can be done with the mouse instead of the keyboard. Okay, next, uh, another advantage of the user interface which has been overcome from the command user interface is that it is graphically very interactive. People feel like looking at so many pictures, so many icons. So this is a kind of much better and much more interesting interactive medium, because people feel like interacting in the colorful attractive icons and the pictures which are presentable, that looks your computer looks much more attractive and much more appealing. So that is why it becomes much more interactive and the friendly for the user to interact with the computer. Okay, so this is basically the differences between the command user interface and the graphic user interface. That is, in the command user interface, you have to access, or you have to traverse. What do you mean by traverse? Traverse means journey. You have to go through your entire computer. You have to visit all the files and the folders by remembering all the locations, along with that remembering all the command. Because without command, in the command user or the character line interface, what happened, without the command you won't be able to see, or you won't be able to visit any files or the folders which are present. But always remember, that doesn't mean that the command user interface is actually of no use. Always remember, if your computer does not have a graphic user interface, your computer can still work, because there is a command user interface at the back end. It is the skeletal structure of the computer. With the help of the command user interface, you can you can do any type of work. Yes, in the command user interface, the biggest disadvantages are, it is not attractive, it is not appealing. Moreover, memorizing so many commands become very difficult. That is why working with the computer or handling the computer also becomes very difficult. But regarding the user interface, let me tell you one thing which is very much important for you to understand also. That is, in the user interface, what happened, it is designed only to overcome the difficulties of the user. Okay, whatever the difficulties that the user were facing during the time of the command line interface, that has been overcome during the graphic user interface. But graphic user interface is completely dependent upon the command line interface. Why? Because the command line interface is actually the skeletal structure of your computer. If there is no command line interface in your computer, no matter how many graphic user interface operating system you install, none of the graphic user operating system will work inside your computer. So the basic identity is that it is the command line interface is the skeletal of the computer system, whereas the graphic user interface is developed only for the easy accessibility of the user, and the user can use the computer very much smoothly without facing any difficulties. So this is entirely what is the concept of your graphic user interface and the command line interface. Or also you can write character user interface. Command line interface, character user interface, both are same. Now the question comes that what all things are there which make the graphic user interface use much more like it has become a regular part of every computer system. Why all such graphic user interface become so popular as respect to the command line interface? Number one is that number one feature which is available in the graphic user interface is window. What is window? This is the element that display the information on the screen. Okay, so whenever you see that any window is opening on your computer, with the help of that window you can see the information of that respective window which is appearing on your computer. Then your things, your working with respect to that window becomes easier. Now imagine if you are working on a Microsoft Office Word, but you don't know where is the save button, you don't know where is the insert button, you don't know how to click the picture. In that case, if it was working on the command line interface, then you have to write the command of pasting a picture in the Microsoft Word, which is certainly not at all easy, because you have to find out the location of the picture, you have to write the command, you have to copy the picture, and then you have to paste it into the Microsoft Word with the help of commands. So certainly those things are not at all easy. So since those things are not easy, that is why the concept of the windows have been established. Now see, in the windows, what all things can be done. It is very easy to manipulate a window. It can be opened or closed with the help of the icon of your mouse. Okay, it can be moved, it can be dragged, and it can be, its size can be increased and decreased. So everything can be done with the help of the window. Suppose you, if you want to open multiple window on your screen, then you can minimize the size, or maybe you can reduce the size of the windows, and parallelly you can open multiple windows side by side. Okay, so this is one of the element that makes the graphic user interface use lot more easy. Then you have the menu. Now every window that you open, there are lot of options. Okay, suppose right now on your screen, as you can see that I have already opened a Microsoft Office Word. Now on the top of this window, you can see so many options. These are collectively known as menu. Now why these are there? Because suppose if you are asked to save this entire document, or you are asked to edit, to change the style of the font, to increase the size of the font, to change the color of the font, and you are asked to do it with the help of the command user interface. So you imagine how many commands you have to type. But out here you have to do nothing. With a matter of click, you can select any text, and you can do necessary editing and necessary changes with the help of the menus which is appearing on your window. So menu has become one of the most effective option which is available in the graphic user interface. Okay, next are icons. Okay, so every files, program, web pages, whatever things are there into the computer, those are all considered as in the form of an icon. So in this case, you can, if I can show you some other examples. Okay, let's say, okay, it's not being able to show. Okay, you can see it on your own computer or the laptop, whatever you were saying, that the every application, every program that you runs in the laptop, in the computer, or in the mobile phone, everything has an icon. Okay, whether it is a file, whether it is a folder, whether it's even in the mobile phone, if you have to see any picture, you go where you click on the file manager icon. Okay, if you have to see any picture, you click on the picture icon, just like in your mobile phone. And in the same way, when you talk about your laptop, in the laptop also you have, the file has an icon, a folder has a different icon. Okay, then you have my computer, a different icon. Then you have uh, let's say recycle bin has a different icon. So all these different types of icons are present in the computer. So these icons make us our work more easier. With a matter of click, in a shortcut way, we can directly use those things. Next thing is the control. Now control are the background icons of your computer. What do you mean by background icons of your computer? These are the icons which often you don't see on the desktop or within the windows, but they are present in the background. And these icons are used to control the entire system, the configuration of your computer system. Like you can, I can show you one such thing. Let's say, uh, if you can see the control panel on your screen right now, these are all control icons which you can see on the computer. These things are not available on the desktop, but these are different types of control icon. All these things, they control the entire computer system which is available in your computer. Okay, some will manage your hardware and the sound, some will manage your networking configuration, some will manage your clock, time, and your place, your location from where you're using the computer. Some may use to change your pictures, your design, your icon size. So all these things are called the control icons, and with the help of this, you can actually control all the things which are present in the computer. Okay, now different types of icon. How many types of icons are there? Number one is application icon. Always remember, Application icons come from application software. Application software are what kind of software? That is developed to fulfill any specific need. If you are developing a gaming software, then the software will only run to play the game. It will not be run to edit or to change anything, any Photoshop, any sound orientation editing cannot be done with the help of the gaming software. So gaming software becomes one of the application software. So whatever game you are installing into the computer, every software has an icon generated. So this icon is known as application icon. Okay, Microsoft Office Word, if I show you on the screen, if you can see on the screen right now, there are so many icons present out here. So if I have to ask you that which are the application icon, then obviously let's say Obro spell checker, which is available on your computer, this is known as the application icon. BlueJ is the application icon. Okay, then you have antivirus software, as you can see, this becomes the application icon. Sound Startup, this is a sound editing software, so this will be like your application icon. Okay, Share It is the application icon, because they have their specific software installed into the computer. So these applications, the icons which are generated from the application software, these are known as your application icons. Okay, then you have the toolbar icons. Now toolbar icons, as you can see, there are so many symbols out here. There is a margin, there is bold, there is underline, there is italics, there is paste. So all these icons are known as toolbar icons, which are used to edit so many documentation work. So this type of icons are used for the editing of the documentation. Okay, so that is the purpose of your toolbar icons. Menu icons, if I click on any of this menu, let's say insert. Now under the insert, you can see so many icons. You have cover page, you have blank page, you have page break, you have table, you have picture. All these icons are known as menu icons because these icons are present within the menu bar. I repeat, all these icons are present within the menu bar, and that is why these icons are known as menu icons. Okay, then you have page layout. Inside the page layout also you can see theme, you can see color, font, margin, orientation, size. All the options have their respective icon present within the menu. So this type of icons are known as menu icons. Okay, now moving on to the documentation icon. Now documentation icons are slightly different kind of thing. Okay, whatever document you are preparing, I repeat, whatever document you are preparing, so the kind of file or the kind of file which is created with the help of that document, like this is a Word file. So from the Word file, the icon which will be generated will be document icon, that is Microsoft Office Word icon. If you are preparing a PowerPoint presentation and if you try to save it with some name, then for that saved file, a different icon will be created. That will be PowerPoint icon. So that is also one example of the document icon. If you are writing anything on the notepad and you are saving it on the desktop, then with the name of the file, you will see another icon has been generated. So that is known as another form of the document icon. So basically, these are the different types of the icons which are present in the graphic user interface. And also these are the elements, as you can see, windows, menu, icons, control tabs. With the help of different types of these elements and the icons which are present in the graphic user interface, your graphic user interface becomes a lot more interactive and much more easier to use. So basically, if I summarize the entire chapter, what all you have to learn from this chapter, you have to learn is what is software, what is the necessary of the software, what are the functions of the softwares. Okay, then what is a user interface, what are the different types of the user interface. Sujal, please stop moving your fingers. Okay, so what is the user interface, what are the different types of user interface, okay, what are the elements of the different user interface. You will get another documentation that what kinds of commands are actually used in the command line interface or character user interface, so that in the black screen also you can able to survey the entire windows. Okay, so with that we conclude the first chapter of your new term, new session. Okay, we will go with some practical oriented chapter in the next class. Okay, till then you can study this. Okay, and I will send a worksheet in your class WhatsApp group. I expect that everyone will solve this worksheet. And also please ensure one more thing in mind, that these chapters are not going to be repeated any further. So if you can take this chapter seriously and study by yourself, that will benefit you. Okay, thank you very much. With this, we conclude today's class. Thank you.